Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Unseeing Critics. Yeah.
Hey everybody, I'm Richard,
And I'm Jesse,
and we are
the Unseeing Critics.
I just wanna make love to you. Hey, what's up, y'all? My name is Joey B. I am the founder of Blind Knowledge. BlindKnowledge.com is where it's at. Podcasts, streamers, gamers, music. We got content. It's real. It's truthful. It's dope. Check it out, man. BlindKnowledge.com. Now back to your regularly scheduled programming.
Hey everybody, we're back to Jesse's podcast,
No!
The Unseen. Well,
It's our podcast, damn it.
you knew I was going to do something like that, though,
I knew
right?
you were, but am I going to have to argue this every show that we ever do?
Perhaps. I mean, our 1.5 fans really enjoy it.
We have 2 fans. Ian
Jesse.
is a full person, sir.
Okay, so we have 2 fans.
And probably your mom.
I don't know. I wonder. But we do have actually quite a few people that listen to us. I think our average plays per week is like 8. And that's really good for starting out.
Oh,
you know. As long as people will actually share the link whenever I post it and tag them.
The thing
on
that
Facebook.
we've talked about before about that, I feel like sharing it once or twice or whatever, but eventually you're going to just be sharing to the same people.
Yeah, but
you know what I mean?
You know how Facebook's algorithm is. It doesn't.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
See? Sit down, sir, on your own podcast.
It's not my podcast.
Are you
Sir,
just phoning it
I've
in?
for 6 years that I was a co-host on as well, and I don't want anything to be mine anymore. This is our podcast.
Our podcast. Okay. Well, I mean, I don't believe you, but hey, you know.
Ian probably does.
Yeah. Let's see here.
I have to say real quick though, just because he's probably getting sad. Hi, James.
I had 3.5
I know you did, but he would be sad that I didn't mention him.
So you're gonna act like you and James aren't friends?
No, we're friends.
And then, well, how can you basically treat him like baloney? I mean,
because
like
he does it to me
baloney.
too.
I noticed you being a bully on his show.
I'm not. When was I a bully on his show? Their show.
Yelled at them, asking if they remembered stuff, knowing they couldn't remember. I mean, that's bully behavior.
At all.
I'll pull it up.
You don't know him. He's a dick.
He's very nice to me. I mean, but then again, me and him have a lot in common. We both get treated like day-old lunch meat in the meat counter that hasn't been, properly refrigerated.
Woe is me.
I know. That needs to be your new thing, the woe is me.
Instead of the sigh, it should be woe is me.
But, James had asked me, because you never checked the email, about podcasts that we recommend. We were supposed to do it last week, but last week was kind of hectic with the internet issues I was having,
right.
And I just forgot. Yeah.
Do you want to criticize that?
I could criticize Windstream, who somehow allowed my Wi-Fi router password to be reset back to something else. I mean, I guess it maybe was the original one. So I had to go through and reset every one of my smart devices.
Do they work now? Your plugs?
Yeah. That's. I mean, and it took a while. You had to reset each and every one of them. So thank you, Windstream, for somehow changing my password when I'm the only one that's allowed to do that over the phone. Bless me.
What we have here is a failure to communicate. I forget what movie that's from, but I remember that phrase.
Yeah, I think it's actually been in a couple of movies. But anyway,
Guns N' Roses song, I think.
I don't know. I don't recognize it from a song. But podcasts that we absolutely cannot live without, that we listen to for lack of a better term, religiously. I'll let you go first with one, and then
All right. I'll go. You said religiously. I'll go with the Bible in a year. It's done by
good.
I believe he's a teacher at a Catholic college. He's a father. I mean, he's a priest. And he started during the pandemic, I think, but I found out about it this year. About like 20-minute episodes, just does a couple chapters of the Bible every day.
Who is it?
Father Mike Schmitz is his name.
Ah, gotcha. Gotcha. One that I personally don't miss, and I listen to a lot of religious ones, is the daily radio program with Charles Stanley. I mean, I know he passed away a couple of weeks ago, but they're still doing the podcast, so learned a lot from there. Got another one, Jesse.
I will say the Pulp MX show, which is all about motocross. It's once a week, and it's probably for no one here, but just throwing it out there.
Yeah, I'm not. Nah, I don't like motorcycles.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I know you're weird, but that's okay. Me, a non-religious one is We're Alive. It's a apocalypse audio drama. They haven't released any new episodes in a bit. I think they're working on the next season right now, but it is extremely good. The production quality is fantastic. And if you like apocalypse stuff, definitely check it out.
One I'm going to mention is one more I'll mention is the Doctor Movie podcast. You have to look it up under what the heck? Something else. We'll get it in the show notes, but
No, he won't. But go ahead.
He does like a movie a day, and I'm actually going to be on his show later this month, so I can shout it out. Really cool show. He does it while he's like driving in his car. He'll review a movie.
Oh, that's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, it is.
I'll give one more here, and then we can talk a little bit about podcasts. Actually,
All right.
the next one that I recommend. I used to be really big into the Cowboys, the Dallas Cowboys podcast, but they just they got rid of the two people that I really enjoyed on the podcast. That I just quit listening to it. But anyway, one that I do listen to every week is it's the Atlanta Braves podcast. I think it's called Tomahawk Talk. I'm not really sure the name of it because I just scroll to it, listen to it, and don't think about it. But I'm sure that would not interest anyone except if they're like a Braves fan. All right, you got one more?
Yeah, I'll give one more. Since you gave a sports one, I'll give a sports one, and it'll be only interesting people if they're a Steelers fan. Steelers Depot, they do a podcast 3 times a week. They have a blog, SteelersDepot.com. Amazing stuff. Like they have a guy that goes to the training camp and does training camp reports both on the website and the podcast every day. When training camp's on, they have I feel like I'm making an ad for the site, but I'm really not. Before the draft, they break down 50 to 100 players that could be drafted to the Steelers and go over the tape and everything. Very in depth. If you're into football, very in depth. If you're into Steelers, even better. I've listened to them for probably 6 years now, I think.
Excellent. I'll give my fourth and last one. Really well rounded, I guess, because I listen to it's a Christian Patriot News, which tells you news that's actually going on, not the candy coated stuff. Kind of from a Christian point of view. Really, really good stuff. And I like it. Recently found it probably a month or two ago, and just really, really enjoy listening to it. I'm a few episodes behind because of certain things that have gone on, but I will definitely be catching up.
Do they cover one story? How do the episodes work?
It really depends. Okay. I've listened to a couple that had several small stories. One that had a couple big stories. But it's really cool because at the end of the podcast, I can't remember if the guy's name is Michael or Matthew. I think Matthew. Like I said, I'm still like fairly new to listening to it.
Yeah.
He reads like some passages out of the Bible at the end of the podcast. You know, and he asks, you know, doesn't require anybody to help support him, but gives the option, like, if you'd like to, you know, sponsor a show, or, you know, he doesn't do advertisements for people that send him money, but just like thanks them for like helping out, you know. Anyway, I really enjoy it. But let's get into the movies.
It's a movie. I forget where that came from.
Austin Powers, sir.
Austin Powers, okay.
You automatically lose the challenge.
I have seen that countless times. It's one of those things I remember, but I don't.
I've seen it countless times, but I can't remember where it comes from.
Fucking hick.
Who you calling a hick?
You.
I'm not a hick, I'm a redneck.
What's worse, actually? Hick?
I don't know. That's very derogatory. See, I told everybody you was a bully. They know. They know.
So you said
Army.
you want to talk about podcasts, though, or do you want to just...
What you mean?
You said we'll talk about podcasts.
Oh, yeah, I did, didn't I? See, I forgot about all that.
See, good thing I'm here. I help you out.
Sometimes. Well, it's your podcast. I mean, you're trying to keep me in line. What was I going to say about the podcast, though?
I don't remember. I don't know.
I don't either.
Should we get into the movies then?
Yeah, we'll get into the movies. All right. Army of the Dead. You want to go first? Or you want me to go first?
I'll go. I really enjoyed this. I didn't think it was scary, like you and I had talked about through our we'll text when we're watching something, but we don't usually give each other our thoughts. We'll be very vague. But
yeah,
I liked that the zombies were like ferocious, and I thought it was kind of cool that they could think, you know, they were a little smarter. Like the general riding on the horse was kind of cool.
Well, see, what I like, these are zombies done in a different way.
Yeah,
these
different.
These had intelligence, and they had made Las Vegas their kingdom, their world.
Yep.
I really like that aspect of it. But
and another thing I thought was good, basically, just go for the plot a minute. Vegas has been overrun by zombies, and a group of people have to break into a hotel and get shit tons of money from a safe. And I thought Batista was very good in this. He was the main star, I'd say. And he's a pretty good actor, I think.
Yeah, and of course we don't know about facial expressions, but
right.
I thought he did really, really well. I don't think this is the first Batista movie that I've ever watched.
And it's not mine.
I mean, I'm sure I've watched others, but I really, really liked it. I thought he did a fantastic job from beginning to end. Because, I mean, in the beginning you're like pulling for him, then you're like, oh, he's cooking burgers? You know, he's working fast food? Like, what the heck?
Yeah. And then the emotional scene at the end, I thought he pulled off really well.
Oh, yeah, I mean, he displayed humanity, you know, vulnerability and everything. But, yeah, I don't think he would have been as good, especially at the ending of the movie, if the lady who played his daughter wasn't so good.
Right.
You know,
yeah, she was really good.
I really liked her acting. You know, the hatred, and then it's like, oh no. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Did you get bit? You got bit, didn't you?
Right. Let's talk about another character. I don't know if you liked, but I did. I love the safecracker.
Oh,
yeah. The whole movie. Like when the zombies would come near me, go, ah! He had like a female scream.
All you have to do is shoot them in the head. What about the rock? Can I hit them with rock?
I laughed so hard at that part. I was like, all right, I'm all on board because I died at that.
Oh, that was so funny.
And I want to watch. They have that prequel on Netflix, Army of Thieves, about him, like before all this.
I may have to check that out. You
And
know,
he was hysterical.
there's another movie that I want to watch on Netflix. And maybe me and you can watch it this upcoming week. It's called Gray Man. I can't remember
I want to watch
everything.
that. So yeah.
Okay, that works for me. But yeah, Army of the Dead. I loved the new take on the zombies. I mean, I've read some books where zombies had intelligence, but
something I really liked that it wasn't really had to do with the movie much, but I loved that slow, like acoustic version of Bad Moon Rising that was there when they were like getting their stuff ready to go out, to move out.
Yeah, wasn't it a female singer?
Yeah, I really liked that.
Yeah. While I like the original, usually the originals are so much better.
Yeah.
That I was not upset with that one.
It was different enough. That's why I liked it, I think.
Yeah. However, when Avril Lavigne did Knocking on Heaven's Door, that one really upset me.
What's your favorite version of Knocking on Heaven's Door?
What do you mean, like which band doing it?
Yes.
Guns N' Roses.
Okay, good. Because didn't someone do it before them? I think.
Don't think so.
Oh, I thought someone did. Okay.
I know I've heard like different covers of "Sweet Child of Mine" and
Sheryl Crow's version of that song sucks.
Yeah, it's probably the one bad song by her.
Oh, I don't like her.
I like her music. I mean,
that song was actually in probably a movie you like. I mean, I liked it too, but Big Daddy.
Yeah,
I think it's where that came from.
But I'm trying to think of.
I like her song with Kid Rock.
Pictures.
Yeah.
You know they dated for a while, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, lucky Joker. But I love the beginning of Army of the Dead, like when that couple gets married.
I wonder if that poor bastard got to finish before he died.
He definitely did something.
I was sitting there by myself. Katie went away for the day, and I go to the empty. Well, the cats were in there, or PJ was in there. I go, well, did he get to finish?
And PJ's like, meow.
Yeah, she was pooping.
Speaking of cats, sir.
Wait, let's finish the movie.
Okay. You gonna let me finish? You're gonna like? Oh wait, I get it. I'm the guy in the vehicle. I'm not gonna get to finish.
No.
You sure?
I have a visual question for you though.
Visualize.
Yeah, like something you'll be able to answer. Why the hell do people put cans on their cars when they're married? I've never understood that.
The sound.
Okay.
As they drive away. Which, when you think about it, though, they're going either the tabs are going to break off and the screen's going to break.
That's what I was thinking.
And then they're litterers. But
yes.
People used to also throw rice at weddings.
Yeah, I remember that.
Birds would eat it, and then the rice would swell.
I think people still do that, though.
They probably.
I know they throw bouquets.
The last few weddings that I went to, people threw birdseed.
That is more environmental.
Yes, and the birds still get to eat.
Yeah.
But also like toilet paper on the car, that's going to break off, and then you're a litterer. Yep. But all in all, man, the movie, I love zombie stuff. I love apocalypse kind of stuff. I'd have to give this movie probably a 4.
I think I'd give it a 4 as well. I think my favorite scene though was either when the tiger killed whatever his name was, Martin. I love that. And then
Martin was a jerk.
He was. I love the scene. I cannot remember the woman's name, but where he pretty much let Martin leaves her to die, and she like knifes the shit out of all those zombies.
Lily,
Yeah, that might.
the
Was it
coyote
her?
is what they call her because she was one
Right.
that would help them into Las Vegas. I like the helicopter pilot. She was
Oh,
a
she was
trip.
great. She's like,
Yeah.
yeah, I was gonna leave you, and then I grew a conscience.
Yeah. And they're like taking on, how's the helicopter coming? I'm just out here sunbathing
Yeah,
by the
it's
pool.
fucking smoking. was
Loved
great.
it.
I
Like I
loved it.
said, definitely a 4 point.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, definitely a 4.
I would definitely watch this again.
But speaking of cats, sir,
Yes, sir. I
did
fucking
you
did it.
tell us?
So just to recap for anybody who didn't listen,
And
I
why
didn't
didn't you
finish the
listen?
book that I was supposed to read, and Richard found this video he's found it before of cats having sex, and he sent it to me, and he knows it bothers me, and he knows I get angry about it, and he knows it pisses me off, but of course, for my challenge, because I didn't finish it, I had to listen to 10 minutes of the bullshit.
10 minutes straight, too.
Yes. And you know the worst part is?
You
YouTube
liked
didn't even
it?
give me an ad in the middle to fucking break it up.
I thought you was going to say that you liked it. Yeah.
No, it's disgusting. I can't. Now, the turtles having sex is funny as shit.
Yeah,
is
that
not
is
funny.
pretty funny. I don't
The
know.
milker is like,
I
I
don't
don't know if
know.
it's the male or the female, actually.
I think it's a male. But see, I think the cat video is funny because it bothers
No,
you
it's
so
not
much.
funny.
But before we get into the big movie review,
I'm sorry I was so angry and I yelled.
I'm used to it though. I'm used to being the lunch meat. Challenges for this upcoming week. Do you have one for me? I mean, you haven't given me one yet. I mean, you did, but you never did come back and tell me who it was.
I know what I want you to do.
All right.
On Netflix,
Mm-hmm.
I want you to watch at least, we'll say, the first 2 episodes of Disenchantment.
What? I tried that.
Oh, have you?
That's,
Okay.
That's the one about the princess, ain't it?
Yes. Okay, you
Yeah,
did.
yeah. I did that a while back.
Dun,
Dun, dun. Yep.
Okay, I have another one. Have you ever watched Hercules' Legendary Journeys?
Is that the one that's on Netflix?
Yes, it was an old TV show from like the 1990s. I think it's still on there. If it is, watch a couple episodes of that. Because I'm curious what you think about it. I'd like to talk about it.
It sounds familiar, but I can't say for 100% fact.
Okay.
Give me a secondary one just in case it's not out there because, well, you know what? I'll look right now while we're talking
All right.
and see if it's out there. Let's see.
You could probably just type in Hercules.
I hope so. I used to love Hercules, so I want to say yes, I have seen it. You know, but at the same time, it's like, no. And I hate how Netflix does that, playing like little ads when you're trying to look up
I don't know
something.
how I did it, but for some reason, mine's always on mute now.
It is on the phone for me.
Oh, okay, not on the website. Oh, you know
Yeah,
what?
not on the website.
That's annoying as shit.
Yeah.
I'm sure originally it's not, but it is for us.
Yeah, visually, I'm sure it's like all fine. Let's see, Hercules. What'd you say it was called? Hercules what?
The Legendary Journeys.
Hercules. The Legendary Journeys. Okay. Let's see. It's showing here, but I don't know if it's still streaming.
Okay.
And Netflix, if you're absolutely positively listening to this podcast, how about putting some freaking headings on your website? Sorry. I get a little passionate about that.
I can ask my Amazon device if you want me to.
You can. There's a bunch of Hercules stuff, though.
Alexa, where can I stream Hercules: The Legendary Journeys?
Hercules: The Legendary Journeys is
Let's see.
Rent or purchase on Fandango app.
Huh.
He said Fandango. Damn it, that didn't give me what I wanted.
I mean, I see the link here and I'm clicking on it, but it's. Let's see. I don't see playoffs.
Okay. Well, damn it, there goes my challenge.
Yeah, I don't see that it's streaming here. It's pulling up, but there's no
It
option
used
to
to
play.
be, but you know how Netflix is. Damn it, now I have to. I don't know. What the hell can I have you watch?
I don't know. But let's see. My challenge for you is simple. You have to
Okay.
read through the book to get to meet Badger Lore and to make it through the Puma Forest.
Okay, I can do that. If that's
so
not streaming, I'll try to come up with something for you.
I mean, I could come up with my own challenge for me.
Yeah, but it's supposed to be.
I know.
Oh, you know what?
No, I don't know
It's
who
hidden
what
by
is.
many people.
I'm not watching your Clown Dome movie.
No, not that. It's on Tubi. It's called Demon Wind. I'm going to challenge you to watch that.
That'll work. That'll work.
I like it. My co-host on the other podcast, Alan, hates it and tells me that I was smoking something when I decided that I liked it. So,
What is it?
and
Is
he
it a
wants to come on
TV
the
show or a
sometime.
movie?
It's a movie.
Alright.
It's one word to Demon Wind.
Gotcha. And your friend wants to come on this show?
Mm-hmm.
He listens to our show?
He knows about it. I don't know if he's listened yet or not.
Oh, well, it is your podcast.
He has to listen first, right?
Yep. Yep. But let's see. I gave you your challenge, and I love what'll happen if you don't.
Is it more cats?
Possibly. Possibly. But we were both told or asked to give our review of this certain movie.
A movie I have not seen in a few years. And the funny thing about Blood on the Highway is James had watched this movie before me. And there's a website, it was called Go Hastings, where you could buy like used DVDs. So he bought $1 DVD of Blood on the Highway for everyone he knew, actually sold out in this place's store because he sent them to everyone.
Really?
So I actually had a DVD copy of this, never seeing it from him.
Aww.
And it's about a band who wants to go, or people who want to go to a festival and end up in a town of vampires. That is the most basic description, but the movie's fucking crazy. The one-liners that come from this, the Butthole Casserole, the song towards the end about killing vampires, it's one of the catchiest songs ever.
Oh yeah, without a doubt, it's probably the best soundtrack song I have ever
You kind of
heard.
know what you're in for at the beginning when when the girl's talking to Sam. The two guys are Sam and Bone, and the girl is Carrie, and she's like, "Sam, he calls you evil words like queer and cum dumpster," and he goes, "But they're said with love."
Yeah, and then he pukes in the backseat.
Yes.
Like, everything's getting kind of dizzy.
This movie is not politically correct at all.
Oh no, and that's probably the thing I love most about it. I mean, absolutely hilarious. I can't remember
like a schoolgirl watching it.
I'm trying to remember the guy's name that's in the house. Not Zeke, the conspiracy guy, but the other guy that's pounding Zeke's like 15th wife or whatever. You're like, yeah, don't mess with my stink stick.
Massachusetts.
Yeah, Massachusetts.
He's like, my wife, and Carrie goes, "How many wives did you have?"
I love them all very deeply, and then old dude's like outside, and then like all his wives, and he's having to name them, when they're coming to attack him. I loved it, and Sam was like,
one part when Carrie's like in skeezy trailer parkour,
Oh, yeah, I loved her.
Cheesy Trailer Park Boys.
God, she was hilarious and awesome. What's her name? Like Lizzie, Elizabeth, something
Lynette,
like
I
that.
think.
Lynette. Oh, that was hilarious. But I really enjoyed this movie.
I'm
It
glad you did
is.
because it's an experience.
It is.
I thought you would like it though because you have the same kind of sense of humor as me.
Yeah. I mean, although you did like Light of the Jedi, which has got to be the worst Star Wars book ever written, and should be burned, and the author should be kicked where the sun don't shine. But that's just my opinion,
Mhm.
my opinion. But this movie, I wish I actually could buy it because it is something that I would watch again.
Mhm.
I love the one-liners, the different little names, you know, that
How
they
like
would
Terry
give.
wanted to bone the whole time.
Yeah,
Like they hated each other, but
yeah.
Bone
Then,
was just a straight up asshole though. Like there's no
and
redeeming quality about him at all.
none. But how like they were trying to stop for gas, never got gas, and then towards the end of the, oh yeah, we got to get gas. I thought, why didn't you get gas? I don't know, Bone. I was kind of busy with all the undead vampires. you know, oh, I loved it. Really, really good. Definitely check it out on Tubi.
And I love that
Um,
like the undead vampire like the vampire's plan is to open like a type of Walmart type thing, and that's how they lure people in.
yes, so ridiculously stupid
Oh
that
yes.
it's good.
Yes.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. Would definitely watch it again. I'd love to be able to find it somewhere, like digitally and actually own it.
Yeah.
But loved it, loved it, loved it. Thought it was really, really good. Let's see. Is there anything else? Oh yeah, our new little segment.
As for rating, I'd give it a 5, I think.
Yeah, definitely a 5. Definitely a 5. And I need to. Let's see. I got to find this.
But as for anything else, did you watch anything else this week? I really didn't.
I did actually. Yeah, this is. I watched a really good documentary. You know me, I love baseball. I love baseball stuff.
Yep.
Have you ever heard of Ray Chapman?
No.
He is the only baseball player to die as a result of an on-field action in baseball.
Oh, okay.
It was way back, way before advancements and stuff. But what happened to him, his death actually helped bring about more safety issues, obviously. But anyway, this documentary called War on the Diamond. It's $1.99, I think, to buy, 99 cents to rent. Talks about him, talks about the rivalry between Cleveland Indians and the New York Yankees. And it well worth the 99 cents.
Guardians.
I mean, it is now.
Yes,
but
it's Guardians. Indian
it
is
is-
a derogatory term.
Not according to the Indians that I've talked to. But they were the Cleveland Indians. They are now
What
the
is the
Guardians.
documentary called?
War on the Diamond.
Oh, okay.
Definitely worth it. Well, as long as you like baseball and learning some stuff, because Cleveland and New York hate each other.
I actually didn't know that.
Yeah, well, the rivalry is probably not as big for New York as it is for Cleveland. Because New York and Boston seem to fight all the time. But something really cool and interesting about this documentary is the fact that George Steinbrenner, who owned the Yankees, is from Cleveland.
I did not know that. I knew he owned the Yankees. I didn't know he was from Cleveland.
He tried to buy the Cleveland Indians whenever they went up for sale, but the owner would not sell them to him.
Huh.
Really, really cool though. Definitely worth checking out.
Sounds cool.
Yeah. One hand, I wish I had bought it because I'd like to watch it again. but it's all right. It's all good, all good. But I've watched that, and I've watched a couple Star Wars and stuff like that. So nothing a whole lot. But on my to watch list, Apple has this thing called Cloverfield. I can't remember what all it's about, but it sounded really good. So
Cloverfield is a great movie.
Is it?
Oh my God, great movie. The first one. Second one's really good as well.
See, I hadn't ever watched the first one. But as we go through and look at the movie, so I plan on watching that this week. And we are to watch again. I'm supposed to watch Demon Wind as a challenge.
Yep, and we'll do Gray Man. Because I've been meaning to watch that, so it's a good reason to.
All right, let's do something funny too, and this would be the one I will come up with it too. I know you've probably seen it, but I talked to my buddy because he texted me and said, "Have you ever seen this movie?" And I said, "Tell me that you're kidding me." And he was like, "No," and it's on Netflix. It's called I done told you, Kindergarten Cop.
You've never seen Kindergarten Cop?
Oh yes, I've seen it. It's not a tumor.
I love that movie. I haven't seen that movie in years.
Well, why don't we do that one and Gray Man?
Who is your daddy and what does he do?
No, it's not a tumor.
I remember going to see that movie.
Did you know that there was a second one?
I knew that, but I've never seen it.
I haven't either. I didn't realize until a couple of days ago there was a second one.
Now I forget who's in it.
I can't remember the name, but I recognize one of them.
Yeah, someone I know is. Oh, well.
But yes. Are you ready for the new segment, or should we make them wait until next week?
I think we should make them wait.
You think
or do you want to do it?
That would give us time to build up our argument. Okay, well, we'll do it. It's your podcast. We'll do whatever you want to.
If it's my podcast, which it's not, I say make them wait. They've got enough today.
And if it's okay with Jesse, I want to tell y'all what the new segment is.
Buddy, it's our show. You do whatever you want.
Did you not just make a decision that we're going to do this next week?
I did, but that was just for comedic effect.
I just really hate your face sometimes.
Don't give those sons of bitches. Well, you know what? I hate your face. Great podcast. I shouldn't say don't get them plugs.
Yes. But next week, we will be starting a segment that we think is going to be kind of interesting. It's where we pick two things and argue our sides. Like, for instance, Batman versus Superman. Who's better and why? And we have to argue our point. And since this is Jesse's podcast, he chose Batman, even though he's losing in the challenges.
I think since I lost the challenge, I have to do Superman.
Oh, that works because I will destroy you, sir.
Oh, I know you will, but I have fun trying to argue Superman.
Oh, and definitely.
I'll probably cut him up more than I argue for him, but
but that works for me. And anything else, Jesse? You want to tell them about not the podcast, but the website, the blog that you have definitely been posting on?
I haven't yet. I have to figure out what I'm going to review.
I don't know, the movies that you watch?
Yeah, if I'd watch anything else that we don't talk about on here.
And you do.
Blogspot.com.
No, unseeingcritics.wordpress.com.
My old one was Blogspot. Unseeingcritics.wordpress.com.
Yes. And I don't know, you think we should go with a Facebook page too, or just leave the blog?
We could start a Facebook group. Maybe.
Yeah. That'll work. Yeah. I'll try to get that done. Look for us on Facebook group. It will be called the Unseen Critics.
If you send me the logo, I can do it.
It shouldn't take me long.
Okay. I just want to help,
Yeah. I'll give us both access to it.
Okay.
I mean, unless it's your podcast and
no, it's not my podcast. But so our challenges are, you're going to watch Demon Wind, and do I have one? Yes, I got to read for that part of the book.
Yes, and at least give it a chance.
Okay.
And I guess that's really about it. So
I'm at the part now where he's fighting the goblin, shadow goblin, or whatever it is.
Oh yeah, like I told you, the first part of the book's kind of dry. So
I kind of
you
like
know,
the shadow goblin part, but
yeah, just don't pay attention to the whole character sheet stuff.
I know. I just have to turn my mind off at that point, I think.
Yeah, like I said, I do sometimes, but I guess that's really about it. So
Next week, tune in for the Gray Man.
see you later, freaks.